Hi, I'm Don, and this is The Hobbyist Geek. Welcome back, y'all. So today we are doing pack 4 of this amazing Darth Vader build from Fanhome, and I cannot wait to see where this pack is going to take us. So let's just bring you in and we'll get started right away. Hi there. Before we get into today's build, this is your reminder to like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel the content is worth it, you can join our membership right here on YouTube, where you'll have access to all of my videos as soon as they are uploaded, typically months in advance. And now, back to the build. All right, so pack 4 kicks off with stage 9, and these are the parts that we get with stage 9. We have an upper middle neck connector, 2 washers for the neck connector, 2 studs for the neck connector, another one of these. This is the right eye connector arch. We have the right bar for the chest panel, and this is just called chest armor detail. I don't know if we're going to use this time around, but we will see. Alrighty, we're going to start off with this neck connector. Now, this is really weird. I know they've got this in the right orientation because we've got this T-hole here, but if you take a look at the instructions, look, they've only got one piece on the side here, and they don't have this center piece here that we did in pack 3. So I don't know what their reasoning is behind that, but there it is. But the short version is we have 2 pegs on the back of this, and then needs 2 holes on the side. The holes will line up with the wide holes here, and of course the pegs will go into these 2 center holes. And so we'll just push fit this in just like so. And then we've got our washers here, and you can see there's a wide end and a narrow end. The narrow end goes down and into this, just like that. And then we use a D screw to hold it in place, and we'll do it on both sides. Alrighty, there we go. We've got these in. Believe it or not, getting these aligned was much more difficult than I anticipated, but they do line up. It just takes a little work. And don't forget that these are hex, so you'll need the Allen wrench or a hex tip on your screwdriver to get those in, but that's what you'll be left with. And from there, we've got our little studs here. We got 2 of those, and they'll go into the 2 holes here and here. So let's get those in too. And there you go, look at that. By the way, needle nose tweezers, extraordinarily useful for getting these things in. But if you don't have them, just be very careful, because these things will poke hard. But that's it for the neck, I believe. So let's see what's next. All right, next up, we have this piece for the chest panel. And there are 3 posts, and they're going to go into these holes over here. Not the top hole, but the one right below it, and then this one, and this one here towards the bottom, but not the total bottom hole. You'll see they all the posts will line up, and it's just a push fit, nice and tight, friction held. And there you go. That's it for our chest plate. And now we're going to bring out our face mask here. I'm going to flip around. We've got this arch piece. Note that one side has these 2 posts, okay? Well, those two posts are going to go here and here on the inside. And then this will line up with our arch over the eye, just like it did on the other sides. Again, it's a push fit, so let's just get this in and push it nice and tight. All right, you probably can't see it because it's just black on black, but it is right here going all the way down, just like on the other side. And with that, we have completed stage 9, so we're not going to be using this just yet, but we got plenty more stages to go. Alrighty, here are the parts we have with stage 10. We have the left shoulder, so we're going to start work on that. We have 4 of these, my lord, I can't hold them. These little rubber rings here, and I've left them in the baggie because they are not going to be used in this stage. So we're going to set those to the side. We have 4 of these little pieces called internal shoulder connectors, and we have some type A screws. All right, this stage will be very, very simple. Basically, we have 4 posts here, 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 and here. And we're going to be putting these connectors onto those posts. I don't know if orientation matters. These are not keyed in any way. However, they do have them shown in specific orientations in the instructions. So for the top 2 posts here, they have them in this horizontal configuration with the long end going to the left and right for this post and this post. And then for the posts on the side, they have them in a vertical configuration. And then we're going to use the type A screw to hold it in place. So these are going to act kind of like a washer. For me, I'm not going to tighten these all the way down until I find out what they're for. I'm going to leave it just loose enough that I can turn the connector by hand, but it'll be tight enough to keep everything in place. So let me just go ahead and screw all of these in. All right, there we go. Vertical, 2 horizontals, and well, it will kind of rotate it a little bit on me, so I may have to tighten it just a bit. But another vertical here. And that actually is it for stage 10. So let's move on. Alrighty, so here's what we get with stage 11. We have rear cover for the chest panel. We get this beautiful printed circuit board for the chest panel. We have 2 of these, what are they called? Shoulder straps for the chest panel. And then we have a couple of the, actually I think these might be the shoulder straps, the longer ones are the shoulder straps. And then we have these 2, which are called belts for the chest panel, hook side and loop side, though I don't see a difference between them. Yeah, they're even the same length. So I'm just going to pretend that since this is the side of the Velcro that's got little hooks on it, this will be the hook side. Now it also comes with this, a little test circuit. This is not mentioned in the instructions like at all. And I had to guess as to the battery that goes in here. I happen to have a CR2032. It seems to fit just perfectly, and it does work. So I highly, highly recommend that you test your electronics before you start. Okay, as we can see, this is working just fine. So we can begin. All right, the first thing we're going to do is pull out this chest panel here. We're going to flip her over. Note, there's a little screw hole here between the red and blue blocks. That screw hole is for that hole right there. So let's lay this down and make sure the LEDs are facing our lights here, or our buttons, or whatever they are. And it should just fit in there beautifully. Look at that. Okay. And now we're going to use an H screw in there to hold it in place. All right. That seems to be good. There is a little bit of wiggle here, but I don't want to screw that in too much, and that little bit of wiggle really shouldn't make a difference when it comes to this. Again, we can always pull out our test circuit and confirm all is well. Okay, that is gorgeous. All of these are all nice and lit up, and we are looking good. All right, let's see what's next. All right, now take note of these two posts up here. Well, you're going to take your longer straps. These are the shoulder straps. They've got this loop on the end. Note, you do have this beautiful exterior and then a kind of a dull matte interior. Okay, so make sure that the inside is facing the inside of our chest panel here. And you've got that hole. We're just going to push it over the post here. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So let's get that done. Just like that. Now we're going to take the belt strap here. This will be the hook side. So this is what I've designated as the hook. And that's going to go on this post right here. Same way. There we go. With the loop side on the post opposite. And there you go. Look at that. Now with all of that in place, we have this, our back plate. This is the rear cover. It's got these four little little dips here. That's for those screw posts. And then you can also note the tabs that come off the sides. Those are for the slots where these straps come out. So you can line it up all nice and neat. And this cable will go through the hole in the center. So let's just push this on. Look at that. And from here, we're going to put A screws into all four of those holes. There you go. Gorgeous. Now, we're going to take the two straps on the left here. There is a loop here. Make sure this is nice and straight, of course. We're just going to push this end through that loop. There we go, just enough to get the Velcro through. And then we're going to do the same for the two on the right. And then we're going to put the Velcro together. Just like that. And now we have us this whole shoulder assembly right here. This is absolutely wonderful. Looks great. And now, because I am a huge fan of constant testing, we're going to go ahead and test out our LEDs one more time. Look at that. Spectacular. Oh, this looks like the chest panel might actually be done or close to it. But that is it for stage 11. All right, here are the parts that we get with step 12, and I'm not really going to go into this in detail because this is precisely like step 10, just for the right shoulder. So we're going to be attaching these 4 connectors to the posts in the back of the right shoulder with our A screws. And these 4 little rubber bands, not going to be used. So let me go ahead and get this done. And there we go. Right shoulder is complete. Awesome. All right, here we are with step 13, stage 13. We have the upper right chest armor, which looks spectacular, and 4 chest armor connectors and a bunch of A screws. And these are going to go pretty much as we did on the shoulders. You got a post here, 2 more here, and 1 here. And we're going to throw those connectors onto each of those posts. Looks in the instructions like they're all going to be vertical. So long side here will be kind of lined up with this edge. So we go ahead and get all those in. All right, there we go. All of these connectors are in. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring out the right shoulder that we just completed in step 12. And these should, go together just like this. Should fit nice and neat right in here. And you might note that all of these posts line up. Well, this is where the rubber rings come in play. What we're going to be doing is taking all 4 of these rubber rings, and we're basically going to connect each of those pairs of posts. So we line this up again. We line this up again, just like so. And we're going to take one of these and we're going to hook it around here, and then again on the other side. There we go, just like that. And then we'll do 1 here and 2 more here and here. All right, and there you go. With that done, you should have some flex here in your shoulder. But it should be nice and secure. So there you go. That looks wonderful. And that is the end of stage 13. All right, here is what we get with stage 14. Our final stage in pack 4 here. We have left temple mask decoration 1, left temple mask decoration 2, upper left internal mask plating, and 3 of these left temple mask circuits. All right, first up, we've got this padding here, and it is a sticker, so we'll pull that backing off, and then we will line this thing up as best we can right in there, about like that. You do have a couple of details that will match. For example, there's a little slit right here that will line up with this hole, and there's that big hole right here that'll line up with this one, and so on and so forth all throughout. So let's get this backing off, get this thing stuck in there. And there we go. Looking good. All right, now we're gonna come over to this side, and we have this beautiful detail piece here, and that is gonna go in here. Note this big post right there. that will go into that big hole right there. So let's go ahead and get that in. Does look like it's a push fit. Yep, just like that. Now we have this piece. Now I'm looking. There are two posts, this one and this one, that'll go into these two holes. I believe it's in this direction. Yeah, it certainly looks like it. So this post will go into this hole and this one into this hole. So let's get that lined up and pushed in as well. All right, should look a little something like that when you're done. Very nice. All right, now right down here we got another hole. That is going to be for one of these little beauties here. So let's get that in. There you go, just like that. We've got another one that's going to go right there. There you go. And one more that'll go right there. And there you go. All right. And that, I am very sorry to say, is the end of stage 14. And with the end of pack 14, we have reached the end, stage 14, we've reached the end of pack 4. We've got more detail on our mask here. More detail on our neck. We've got our chest panel pretty much complete with lighting. And we've begun working on the chest armor. So we did get quite a bit accomplished here. I'm really looking forward to see what comes in pack 5. But until then, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.